Wow, wow, wow. Sinner. 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. Breadstick, breadstick, breadstick. I mean, we all knew he was gonna win, I guess, but I actually had faith in Bublik winning a set. Like, it sounds crazy, but I had faith in Bublik winning a set. Maybe it's because I like him as a player. I feel like he's a walking highlight reel. He's so entertaining. He was on an 11-game win streak. That was the longest current win streak on the whole tour. He wasn't broken for 55 service games, you know? Sinner broke him his first service game. And honestly, like, I knew Sinner was going to break him eventually. I knew Sinner was going to win the game, but I thought, it was just, I don't want to say it was boring, but come on, because you can't be bored watching Sinner, like, or any player, like, dominate the way that Sinner dominated yesterday. The way that he was hitting that ball, this is the thing that I can't grasp. He hits the ball just as hard as Bublik, as Carlos, as these other players. They're all hitting the ball as hard as each other, but it just seems like his shots are twice as hard, but it's the same speed. I don't know if it's because of the precision that comes with them. The tactical plan, right? Sinner usually stays at the baseline, doesn't really show too much net play, too much drop shots, right? He usually, but he really makes you work, and I think that's what differs his, 90 km an hour, 90 mile per hour, whatever it is, forehand versus Public's 90 mile per hour forehand is where it's going and when it's going there. Maybe he's paying attention to the guy's hips, his angles, where they're facing. I'm still trying to grasp that. It's unbelievable. But that was wow. 82 minutes. The match lasted 82 minutes. So that was cool. And now for the quarterfinals, I have it pulled up here. We have Sinner Musetti, Ajer Aliassime. Oh, wrong way. And Deminar, Djokovic Fritz, and Lehechka Alcaraz, which actually starts very soon. So I'm trying to get this up and out so I can go watch that. Musetti played a great game against the Spanish guy that he versed, actually. He won in 3 sets, and it was pretty fast. I don't know if it was an hour 40 or something like that. That was one of the best Musetti games I've seen in a while because he's been on a little bit of a cold streak, I guess you could say. He's dropping out first round, second round in these tournaments. But Sinner in three. I don't even think there's really anything to talk about in that match. I feel like it's very understandable. I do like Musetti's one-handed backhand though, but no. The game that I think is going to be the hardest to predict is Deminar and Auger Aliassime because when he beat Zverev Aliassime, I was like, hold on, what's going on? Like I understand Zverev hasn't had the best year as well, but it just wasn't expected. I've seen Zverev in Toronto. I was there. I watched the match, and then even in the Cincinnati Open, he was playing pretty good tennis before he was sick versus Carlos. That first set against Carlos was very close. I thought there's a possibility Zverev could take this game. So I was not expecting him to go out to Auger Aliassime. But what I seen versus Rublev from Aliassime, I'm like, this guy might be making a run right now. I don't know what's going on. But then there's Deminar, who I feel like he's been playing great tennis recently. He has the second most bagels, I think, this year, tied with Carlos. Or maybe him, Carlos. No, Sinner has the most, yeah. So him and Carlos are tied for second most bagels, I'm pretty sure. So he's having a year. But I'm just going to give it to the Canadian, I think. Djokovic Fritz. Djokovic leads the head-to-head 10-0. A lot of people are talking about it's a big game, and I understand why because of the current, stage. Djokovic 38 years old and he's falling down in the rankings a little bit, getting injured. I understand. Fritz number 4 in the world or 5, I'm not too sure. Big and powerful, but I think Djokovic's still gonna edge it because what we have to remember is he's the best returner we've ever seen. He's versed power before. Fritz doesn't have Sinner's precision and power. He's obviously he's not like terrible with accuracy, but it's still a different level, Sinner and Fritz. So Obviously, I think Djokovic is gonna take that one, make it 11-0 head to head. I feel like this is his last chance at a big title at a Grand Slam. I don't think he's gonna go out unless it's to Yannick or Carlos. And I think Djokovic knows that like he can't lose to anyone else other than those two. So I think Djokovic's gonna take that one. Carlos Lehechka. I'm a fan of Lehechka. For some reason, I just like Czech Republic. I like Pavel Nedved, for example. I like Prague. I think Prague's a beautiful city. Alcaraz is, I think, you know what? Lehechka can maybe make the first set interesting, but Alcaraz for sure. I think like when I watch Alcaraz, like I don't, it's so unpredictable, but it's his athleticism. He gets to everything. It's so like shocking how good he is. He's so creative. He's so athletic. That's why Sinner struggles against him so much compared to everyone else. Semifinals. I mean, I think Alcaraz is gonna take Novak down. I don't. He's just seems since he buzzed his hair, he's been on some different. I don't know. Sinner's going to the finals 100%. Aliassime is having a great run right now, but Sinner is going to the finals 100% because you could be having a great run after what I just seen from Sinner versus Bublik. I can't even tell you if he's gonna struggle versus Carlos in this finals. But I'm not even gonna review the semifinals or finals or nothing right now. Sinner versus Musetti. I'm taking Sinner. Aliassime versus Diminar. I'm taking Aliassime. Djokovic Fritz. I'm taking Djokovic. Lehechka. Carlos. I'm taking Carlos. After all the matches, I'll do like a little bit of a review, come back for the semifinals, and keep going. Thank you for listening. Take care.